Living with Big B. Good morning guys. Welcome to my channel. You're watching Been Living with Big B, and this morning I'm going to do a dumpster diving breakfast. So all of the food that I'm using, including the butter, the bacon, mushrooms, tomatoes, and eggs, and onions, including the bread, is all food that I retrieved from the dumpsters. It's perfectly fine. They've all been checked. Everything has been sealed. The vegetables have been washed. And yeah, I'm just going to do a little bit of a bacon and egg, mushroom, fried tomatoes. Going to toast the bread. And might even chuck in some onions. A little bit of a fry up for a lovely Monday morning. So yeah, let's get into it. I've already chucked in a little bit of butter in the frying pan. So we're just going to let that bad boy melt. And you know what, I'm going to add an onion. Pardon-moi. So let's just slice up this bad boy. Can you? Yep, you can see it fine. Had to use the onions real quick. They were just starting to go a little bit soft. This is the last of this particular batch. I put my onions in a like a pantyhose and hang them up, because that's how you keep your onions. You let the air through them and don't leave them in a box. Or put them in a container. If you're going to put them in a container, make sure that it's got holes in it so the air goes through it, and then they keep a lot longer, if you didn't already know. So I'm going to do my onions first, because I like my onions soft and brown, but not burnt. And I like them quite thick, not too thin or stringy. I like them quite thick. Thick like that. It'll still break down a bit, but I like them quite meaty. Onions isn't everybody's cup of tea, but I just like the smell. I like the smell of onions, you know. So in the meantime, I'm going to turn my oven on into toast mode. There we go. And we're going to put our bread that we got last night. Cheesy bread. Not really supposed to be eating white bread, but I'll just have two of those bad boys. These things are still soft and smell good. You know, they still smell like a bakery. I'm going to cut those bad boys open. Only need to toast one side. Look at that. Still nice and soft and moist. Put that bad boy over there. To get me handy dandy little egg flippy thingy. I don't know why I say thingy. It's probably easier than knowing what it's actually called. It's my best bet. But I have got some amazing recipes coming up, guys. I'm going to do like a beautiful cheesecake with the nectarines that I bottled last week. And they have come up a treat. We've been using them in our cereals. We've been having it with a scoop of ice cream. You've been using it, as well as the tomato relish that I did the other week as well. We've been putting that on steaks, been putting that on sandwiches. Oh man, if you could smell that. Please, please. I'm going to let those bad boys push one to one side. And this is the last of the bacon that we got the other day. And we've been eating it and had no issues at all. And like I've said in my previous videos, I just will not risk getting meat that could potentially harm my family or anyone else that I would get the food for. I wouldn't do it. It has to pass a lot of like tick lists before I would take it. And you know, we know meat. We can visually see if it's not good. If it doesn't get past our senses, you know, then it's got to go. But if it gets past our senses, there's other indicators that we should use. I usually only have a couple of strips, but because it's the last, I'm just going to use it all up. Okay, so our oven is ready. We're going to put our bread in to get toasted. And that will be a few minutes. So in the meantime, so these are the Swiss brown mushrooms that I found on Saturday morning. So I'm just gonna, I don't know, maybe have half a dozen of those bad boys. You know what? There's only 10 all up in here. I might just cook them all up, and then what I don't need I can probably have on a piece of toast later or something. But yeah, no point in just keeping 4 there, so I'll cook them all up. That's what I'm gonna do. So I like doing these cooking videos, especially with the dumpster food, or the food that I find from the bin. You know, it's an activity that's frowned upon, you know, in society. It has that ooh yuck factor, you know, that's disgusting. But we're talking about corporate. We're talking about corporate that throw away good quality food without donating because they're fully aware of the throwback that they get. And they do it without a conscience. Now, I'm not saying that the employees that actually do the dirty work on the front line, it's not on them. They're just following a system and a procedure put in place by corporate. So, and if it wasn't for them, then we wouldn't have things called dumpster diving channels now, would we? So, that's quite a lot of mushrooms in there. I might have to start up another frying pan. This is exactly what I'm going to do. Bear with me for a second, guys. Here we go. This bad boy on there like that. And you know what? Got a little bit of extra virgin olive oil. We'll do the mushrooms in that. Now I don't need to season the onion, I don't need to season the bacon. The bacon's already a little bit smoky and a little bit salty itself, so don't have to worry about any seasoning on there. We've got that on the high heat. We're going to bring that up to the heat real quick. So, you know, let me know in comments, do you guys prefer cooking on electricity with the instant hot pads that they got nowadays, or do you like cooking on gas? Me, I'm a fan of using gas. I just like that there's instantaneous heat right off the bat. So with the mushrooms, I'm just going to cut this tomato in half. Beautiful red, ripe, still firm tomato, straight out of the dumpster, guys. No lying to you. So just going to cut that straight down in half like that, and just going to put that face down into the grill, into the frying pan. But we'll just wait till it gets up to heat. Those won't take very long, so I want to do the mushrooms first. Put those bad boys in there. Boom. Might just put a dab of butter in there as well to help them go golden. Get your handy dandy just a teaspoon scoop of butter. Make sure you wash your hands too, guys. Clean hands when you're cooking. Also, write in the comments too, like, how do you like your bacon? Are you a crispy bacon lover? Do you like doing it in the oven? Or just on the skillet, frying? Do you like it really crispy, crunchy? Or do you like it still soft and chewy? How do you like your bacon, guys? Let me know in comments, eh? Like, I'm really interested, genuinely interested. So we're going to turn the heat down on this bad boy. That's sizzling up there quite nicely. You know what, I changed my mind. I'm going to put the tomatoes in here, and I'm going to put the eggs in there. So these bad boys are ready to go straight away. Turn the heat right down on that. So let's have a quick look at what we got here. Yep, so here we go. We've got our onions are sauteing right there. We've got our bacon. It's just starting to brown a little bit. We've just put on our tomatoes, so they're just going to saute away there until they go soft. I'll flip those over until they'll blister. And we've got our mushrooms just nicely just getting coated in the oil and the butter. I'm just going to flip them over so all the flat sides are down. And wait till they go brown. I've turned the heat down to like a medium heat. Come on, bad boy, flip over for me. There you go, there you go. Come on now. Don't play me like that. Don't play me like that. Okay, what's this one here? Oh, yeah, that needs to be flipped over. Just like that. Okay, so everything's going to be ready to be plated in about another 4 or 5 minutes. Onions we can gather up and bunch up there. Put these tomatoes on the hot spots. I like my bacon, I like my bacon sort of still chewy, but brown, but not crispy. Not crispy. So when I'm done with the bacon, I'm going to put them onto a paper towel and try and get rid of all of that greasiness. There's our toast, lovely, nicely browning there, nice and slow. Okay. So now the mushrooms are at a really, really perfect temperature. I'm going to add my eggs. These are only small eggs. Oh no, I broke the yolk. Too excited. And you know what? That's okay. That's okay. So I'm just flipping over my tomatoes now. The onions and the bacon are at just the right colour that I like. So I'm going to just turn that bad boy right down. Mushrooms have been nicely cooked through. They're browned on the outside but still a little bit firm on the inside. I don't mind that. That's my personal preference. Let's tidy up here. Let's get ready to plate any minute now. So I don't know if you saw on the other videos, but we scored some avocado. I love avocado. In my the village where I live, we have one of the largest avocado orchards in the southern hemisphere. It's called Ngāi Tūkairangi Orchard. It's also one of the largest kiwi fruit orchard in the southern hemisphere as well. Fun bit of trivia for y'all. So I like my eggs over easy. You like to call them over there. Yeah, so the avocado I'm going to spread on my toast. So we're just going to cut this bad boy right down the centre like that. Give it a twist. It's got the pit right there. As everyone knows, you just grab your knife, give it a good old stab, twist, and the stone comes out just like that. Give this a stir. Oh yeah. Hear that bacon crackling? It's just perfect how I want it. Just perfect. So we're going to take that off the heat. Those are good. I'm going to flip this egg right over here. Mushrooms are sauteed perfectly. Time to get our toast out of the oven. And there you go. The toast is beautiful and brown just on the outside. The bread is still soft. Love it. Cheesiness just underneath there. I'm going to put all that bread on there. Let's turn off my oven. Okay, everything's off the heat. Let's start plating up, shall we? So, I'm going to start off with the avocado. Need the captain for this job. The captain, I call this one. So I just like to slice all the way down there like that. Get the knife, go around the edge. Like so. And we're going to pop a quarter of avocado on each slice of bread. Because I like it like that. First time I tried avocado, I was like 11 years old, back home in New Zealand. My brother was introduced to it and introduced it to our family. And I haven't looked back since. Have not looked back since. So quarter on there, quarter on here, quarter on there. Now this avocado is still a little bit firm, but it's such a meaty vegetable. It's fruit. It's like mushrooms, basically, nice and meaty. I'll give you a squiz on that, just like that. Avocado on toast. Jacqueline, I know you love avocado. That's going to be turning you on right about now. Plus, going to add a little bit of salt. Always goes good with a little bit of salt, a little bit of pepper, like that. It might be a little bit too much, but oh well. Only living once, eh? Only got one life. Bit of pepper, just like that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to lay the bacon, lay the onion down first, a little bit of onion on each bit of toast. Which is a combination made in heaven. I mean, there's, if you look at guacamole and all of the ingredients they put in guacamole, there's tomato, there's onion. So all of those sort of flavor profiles go together. Wow, this is a lot of food. Like, I'm a big boy and, you know, I've got an appetite, but, you know, sometimes too much is too much. Now we're going to put a little bit of bacon on each toast, just like that. I've got to get all that onion out of there. It's just got to happen. Otherwise, I'm just going to wash it out. Just chuck it on there like that. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do is just lay the eggs just over between two of them like that. Look, I broke the yolk on that one. So sad. Would have been good, like the drama of piercing your egg yolk and letting it ooze out like a sauce. Then I'm just going to scatter these beautiful mushrooms. These are the Swiss brown mushrooms I found in the oldies dumpster. They were all covered up. That just smells delicious, guys. It just smells so good. Man, this is going to look like a hot mess, I know, but all good. And then just on the side, it's just like having a small bowl of ketchup. Tomatoes, still firm. And there we have it. We have quite a messy looking large plate of food, guys. Let's have a look at this bad boy. And here we have it. We have cheese bread toast with avocado and sauteed onions, a piece of bacon, Swiss brown mushrooms, 2 eggs, and grilled tomato. This is dumpster diving food, cooked at its best, people. We go out and collect it from the corporate because they just don't want to donate it, and then we grab it, we share it, and we cook with it. And there's nothing wrong with it. Anyway, let's go eat. So there you go, guys. Dumpster cooking at its best. All the food and ingredients we got from the dumpster, including the butter that we cooked the sauteed the onions in, all come from the dumpster. All perfectly good food, and yeah, I'm looking forward to chowing down on this. But before we chow down, we just bow our head and we give thanks. Heavenly Father, we give thanks for the food that we are about to receive. May it nourish our bodies and give us the energy to go dumpster diving one more time. We ask that you bless this house. We ask that you bless this food. In the power and glory of your name, Heavenly Father, Amen. Simple, easy. Let's have a quick taste. So I'm going to start off with a little bit of bacon, a little bit of onion, and a little bit of avocado. That bacon is so nice and smoky. You know what I forgot to do? Come on, Neville, put your head through, come on. I forgot to damp the bacon down with a paper towel. But still beautiful. Now I'll try a little bit of these mushrooms. Those mushrooms are cooked perfectly. They're not too soft. Nicely browned. Still got that really mushroomy flavour. Don't know how to describe it other than mushroomy. Now these tomatoes. I already know the tomatoes are sweet. We've been eating them for the last couple of days. We've been putting them in our salads, making sandwiches out of them, been cooking them with them. They're just delicious. So now I've got a little bit of the toast, avocado and mushroom, a little bit of the bacon. Well, it's certainly a hearty breakfast. Most definitely. I'm sweating just thinking about looking at it. But it tastes so nice. I'm so pleased that dumpster diving has been able to afford me to utilize monies that I would spend on food into other areas of my life. I'm taking care of some bills, taking care of some other matters that need attention equally as much as the necessity to eat. So my prayer to the food, or feeling blessed and being grateful, is truly genuine. Is truly genuine. So anyway, there you go, dumpster diving family, and for all of the naysayers out there that have Never seen dumpster diving before. That it has that ooh factor to it. That this is perfectly good food, as you would find if you were to put it into the trolley straight out of the supermarket yourself. I mean, even if it comes from the supermarket or comes out of a packet, like the fruit and vegetables, I still wash it. I still wash it. I can only trust myself of its cleanliness if I take responsibility. So the same applies if it comes out of the rubbish bin. Wash it. Make it thorough as you think, it's just that mentality thing. Get yourself out of the mindset that you're eating something that's been in a rubbish bin. You have to look at it as you're eating something that's still good quality, that there's nothing wrong with it, and it's still very, very edible. And if you don't eat it, then someone else will. So bear that in mind. So anyway, guys, I'm going to carry on eating. I'm not doing a mukbang, but hope you really enjoyed the watching the video. Hope you enjoyed that we're utilizing all of this food that we're taking out of the dumpster bin, that it's not being wasted. It's not being thrown back into the bin again. This isn't about creating content. It's about showing you a lifestyle. So yeah, thank you for watching my channel. I'd super appreciate it if you would hit the like button. If you haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button. It's right down there somewhere. I think it's on this side here. Would certainly mean the world to me if you could share this video on your social media platforms, put it on your community pages. It would mean the world to me. And yeah, love you all, and definitely see you on the next one. Okay, peace.